How many pots for one sheep? Or how much wheat for a roll of cloth? Thousands of years ago, people wrestled with these questions because money didn't exist yet, meaning only barter. But barter wasn't simple, it was chaotic. Meet Camille the shepherd. He wants a pot. But to Stacy Tufan, the pot maker, doesn't want a sheep. He wants salt. Camille doesn't have salt. So Camille trades his sheep for wheat, then wheat for salt, then salt for a pot. 3 trades, 1 pot, 0 patience. Barter worked until it didn't. What if your grain spoiled before you could trade it? What if your sheep got sick mid-negotiation? And how do you even measure value when everyone wants something different? Imagine Black Friday in a barter economy. Buy 1 goat, get half a tunic free. Chaos, pure chaos. Over time, certain goods became widely accepted as valuable. Salt, wheat, and cloth were durable, useful, and tradable. These became the first forms of proto-money, not coins, but commodities of trust. If you had salt, you could trade. If you had cloth, you had leverage. If you had both, you were basically the Jeff Bezos of the Bronze Age. But between societies, things got messy. One region prized salt, another valued spices, another saw cloth as sacred. Trade across cultures became a gamble. What was priceless in one place could be worthless in another. Can the trader once traveled 500 kilometers with a camel full of salt, only to find out the locals preferred dried fish. He cried salty tears. As trade expanded, so did inequality. Some people accumulated more valuable goods, and with them more power. Economic classes began to form. Wealth was no longer just about survival, but about influence. You weren't rich because you had food. You were rich because you could trade it. And suddenly the guy with 100 rolls of cloth was more powerful than the guy with 100 cows. Anthropological evidence shows that money began with symbolic objects. The Lydians minted the first coins in the 7th century BCE. The first time value could be carried, counted and trusted, across borders, across time. Coins weren't just metal, they were trust tokens. stamped by kings, accepted by strangers. A revolution in exchange. Meanwhile, in China, people used knife-shaped coins. Because nothing says economic stability like paying with a blade. Today we use cards, apps, and crypto. But the journey started with a sheep and a pot. The search for value-shaped civilizations. From barter to blockchain, the question still echoes. What is value, really? This is Timewalkers, where history walks, trades, and sometimes cries over salt. Subscribe for more stories that shape the world. One coin, one joke, one truth at a time.